You are watching a master at work.
YouTube, welcome back. Now, if you guys have not listened to the album, you have to go check out the album. His best work yet. It's his best work yet. If you have not listened to the album, you have to go listen to the album. He's dropping so many gems and he's giving motivation. It don't matter how low, what point you at. It don't matter how low you are. It don't matter what you got going on in your life. It don't matter what is against you. It don't matter what you have or what you don't have. If you let something kill you, it will kill you. If you do not bounce back, you will continue to fail. So at the end of the day, the album to me is nothing but motivation. It's nothing but motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Tory Lanez fan. The whole everything that went on with Megan, I think it was a crazy situation. It was super unfortunate. If he did it, then he should be in there. If he for sure did it, he should be in there. But it's too many things that's pointing to him not doing it and him kind of just not wanting to tell on somebody. So I don't know. At this point, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that the album is crazy. The fact that he recorded the type of quality he recorded, first and foremost. The type of quality he put out. You know what I'm saying? He's recording the whole album on a jail phone. So that off the rip, to have the type of quality you got and record the album on a jail phone is ridiculous in itself. That's ridiculous in itself. But when you talk about everything he's talking about, you gotta go listen to the album. I'm telling y'all. Anything from when you talking about he got the upbeat songs, you know what I'm saying, where it's still a song you a party to, but at the same time, he's speaking. He got the super deep songs where you're like, yo, man, like, I didn't know it was like that. And he brings you into like what's going on in jail, what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a couple lines. He had this line, especially when he was like, I forgot when exactly, but he was like, man, a person to hop on the phone, you think it's all good. He telling his family, hey man, everything is all good. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But whole time, niggas is on his head. You know what I'm saying? Niggas on the head. Niggas is about to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But he can't say that on the phone call. All he can do is say, I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, kiss, tell your kids you love them. Tell your mom and dad you love them. You know what I'm saying? Tell your peoples. And then you got to go and handle what you got to handle. Because you can't just tell everything on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, man, y'all got to really check it out. Y'all gotta really check it out, man. It's one of them albums that's really, even if you're not a Tory Lanez fan, even if you're not a fan, you gotta go and dive into the album top to bottom. When you talking about R&B, he sing and he rap. So when you talk about R&B, when you talking about real hip hop, when you talking about double entendres, you talking about bars, you talking about a song for the women still. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got this song talking about like a lady cop. I'm like, yo, you wild for that. But it's so deep. But also it just goes to show like who he is as a person. And again, he could be on the album fabricating a lot of stuff. He could be on the album just hyping stuff up. But I highly doubt he's gonna put an album out and talk about stuff that he's not doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said this one thing. He was like, yo, like in here, I'm one of the war captains because just because of who I am. So I had to. He said he had to kind of become that because listen, I got a name. So you know what I'm saying. People already they on my head because of my name, because my name is Tory Lanez. So they on my head regardless of, you know what I'm saying, just off the rip. So it's either I'm gonna get killed, you know what I'm saying, or I'm gonna defend myself. So he was like, I end up turning into kind of like a war captain because it's like I got all these people that's on my head, but I got people that love me. I'm a huge celebrity. So, and I'm not in PC where most celebrities will be at, where it's like, yo, like I'm so and so, so I'm not gonna be with general population with everybody else because I'm a celebrity. I need to be protected because they might try to kill me. He like, yo, I'm in the middle of everything. People know who I am. Some people want to get me. Some people respect it because of, my music. But at the same time, I still am calling shots in a sense. Now, I'm not saying he's the biggest. He in there calling every single shot. He the biggest dude in the gym. I'm not saying that. I'm simply just saying that it makes you think about when these rappers be going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? Because a lot of them don't say. A lot of them, they're not gonna, like Young Thug. He's not gonna say. He didn't talk too much about it. He's still not talking. Boosie, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these guys is not really in there telling stories. He's in there telling stories about really what's going on. Not that he's dry snitching, but he's just more so telling his side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like his side of what's going on and his perspective, and just the war stories that go on, talking about people getting stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, if you in jail and you don't have a knife, you might like you kind of like putting your life at danger. It sounds crazy because, of course, if you have a knife, then it's like, man, you kind of like, you can get caught with it and you get way more time. But he like, if you don't have a knife, people not fighting fair. Yeah, you might, dude might call your fade out or whatever. You might fight him or whatever. But for the most part, you got dudes in there that everybody got their knives on them. So he's like, just talking about so much stuff that on the outside you don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a person that's just living life regular, you're not thinking about niggas in jail and what they really going through. You know what I'm saying? How they really got to maneuver. If you got people in there, you might think about it every now and again, but the album makes you really think about that different perspective. You know what I'm saying? That like I said earlier, when they pick up the phone, they talking to their family. You gotta make it seem like it's all good, because if you don't, those phone calls are recorded. If you say, oh, so-and-so trying to get, it's over. They really gonna get you now because you can go and tell on them if you want to, but now you got, instead of 2 people trying to kill you, now you got 10 people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, it's a deep album. It's a deep album, bro. He talks about everything. He talks about, different support, his different support systems. Chris Brown, he talks about Chris Brown. Chris Brown gave I think it was $1 million to help with his case. You know what I'm saying? Just him being one of his homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Brown is Chris Brown, so he like, you my guy here. Here's a meal ticket. Go ahead and take that. And that's not no chump change. He's not giving him $5 grand, $10 grand. He gave him $1 million to go and pretty much fight his case. Because another thing, when a lot of these celebrities get hit with these charges, and he kind of dove into that, he was like, listen, it's not a thing of you getting hit with a charge. These lawyers know who you are. These lawyers know that you got money. These lawyers is not giving you the same fees as regular people. They take advantage of that. So he's like, lawyers is hitting them for $1 million or whatever it may be just because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? So, and even with the whole case, it's like, he's like, bro, he's still saying he didn't do it, right? He's still saying, yo, she making it up. I didn't do it, but I'm not going to say who did it, but I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And even with the case, he's basically like diving in on Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, man, how Rock Nation, Jay-Z, how they basically played a part. How they basically, got witnesses to pretty much not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like how they was just like, man, paying people off or whatever the case may be, or allegedly. You got to say allegedly because, but it's a lot of stuff that he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if you're not a Tory Lanez fan, I understand the whole situation was crazy. So those of you who like, man, I'm not listening to nothing he talking about, I definitely understand. But what I'm saying is, if you are a music lover, if you're a hip hop lover, if you're an R&B lover, this is definitely an album worth listening to. Definitely an album worth listening to. So, man, shout out Tory Lanez, man. I hope that he gets out, and I hope that he really didn't do it. Again, if he did do it, then he deserved what he getting. But if he didn't do it and somebody else did it and he's covering up for that person, much respect to him. I definitely salute him, man. But Tory Lanez, hold your head, man. Hold your head. Hopefully you're gonna be out soon. Hold your head, man, and stay positive and continue to stay in that positive light because, like I said, some of the music, as much as he's going through, for him to still put out the type of music he put out, outside of telling the jail stories, outside of like the positive music, you know what I'm saying? For him to still tell those stories, I think was big. So again, man, if you haven't checked out the album, go check out the album. And I want y'all to leave y'all comments, leave y'all reviews on this video. Let me know how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what parts you was like, oh, that's crazy. He talked about this. He said this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's so many different ones, different records that I was like, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So like I said, man, you got to check out these records, man. My favorite records are number 3, number 5, number 11, and number 14. 3, 5, 11, and 14. You got to check out these records, y'all. Like I said, man. And again, as always, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. I appreciate y'all.